Okay, so we're on the last question now of this task. Which of the friends have the best chance of entering the full marathon? Use both methods for predicting full marathon times to help you decide. Show your working. Now, show your working is always good. So if we go to the resource sheet, we have two methods. Now on this part I'm just going to do method 1. So we have to double the fastest half marathon time, and then we need to add 20 seconds for each mile of the marathon. So the first thing I need to do is find out what everybody's fastest time was. So Jane, her fastest time is 1 hour 45. So we have 1 hour 45 minutes, and we're going to multiply that by 2. Now Ravinda, her fastest time is 1 hour 51. So we can write in here 1 hour 51 minutes, and we're also going to multiply this by 2. Sula, her fastest time 1 hour 46. So we have 1 hour 46, and we'll multiply that by 2. And Emma, 1 hour 38. So we have 1 hour 38, and we're going to multiply this by 2. Now I would suggest that you convert these into minutes, because some people find this easier. So an hour and 45 minutes, and that would be 60 plus 45 would be 105 minutes multiplied by 2. This would be 60 plus 51, which would be 111 multiplied by 2, and so on. So we have 106 multiplied by 2, and we have 98 multiplied by 2. Okay, so 105 multiplied by 2 is 210 minutes. 111 multiplied by 2 would be 222 minutes. Feel free to use the calculator, by the way. 106 multiplied by 2 would be 212. And then we have 98 multiplied by 2, which would give us 196 minutes. So this is their times calculated, best times calculated, multiplied by 10. Now if you remember, it said that we also have to add 20 seconds for each mile of the marathon. Now we know the marathon is 26.2 miles. So 26.2 miles multiplied by 20. Now this is miles, and we're going to have 20 seconds for each one, so we multiply by the 2. So if I use the calculator, we have 26.2 multiplied by 20 gives us 524. Now remember that that's seconds. Now 524 seconds. Now as I said again, it's quite dangerous to use a calculator with time, because we're dividing it by 60, so we would get a decimal time. Now 524 seconds Now I know 600 seconds is 10 minutes. So 540 seconds is 9 minutes. Now because we're only dealing in seconds here, I would say that this is almost 9 minutes. So I would just write 9 minutes approximately. Now we need to add this time to each one of these to find out their fastest time. So Jane would be 210 minutes plus 9 minutes, which is 219 minutes. Okay, now we could leave that in minutes and find out which is the fastest. I prefer to work in hours. You don't have to. Now again, I need to divide this by 60. Now I know 360s are 180 and 460s are 240. That's too much. So 360s are 180. So that's 3 hours. 180 from this would give me another 39 minutes. So that would be her estimated time. Now we just do the same for the others. So Ravinda would be 222 minutes, and again she's still going to run the 26 miles, so that would add 9 minutes, so we would get 231 minutes. Again, 60 times 4 is 240, so it's slightly less than 4 hours, so it's 3 hours, which is 180. 180 from this gives us 51 minutes. Now we have Sula, and she has 212 minutes again, plus the 9 minutes, and this will give us 221 minutes. Again, it's less than the 240, it's less than the 4 hours, so it would be 3 hours, and 180 from this would be 41 minutes. So if we just scroll a little bit more, we have Emma's time, and she has 196 excuse me, plus 9, again because she's running the same 26 miles, which would give us 205 minutes, and again this would give us 3 hours, because that's 180 minutes and 25 minutes. So we can see here that these are their calculated times using method 1, and if we go back to the question, which of the friends has the best chance of entering the full marathon, so using this conclusion or using this calculation, we can say that using method 1, Emma would be the most likely winner or entrant. So we're talking about entering her. So would be the most likely to be entered. Okay, so that's that. It does take a little bit of time. Again, it's another question of can you deal with time and manipulating figures, knowing how to divide things by 60. After a while it will become second nature.